Okay, that's better. I started streaming, but I was connected to the wrong Wi-Fi network, and I don't think the stream even started. But now I think I'm live. Connection looks good, and I just received one challenge, but it's a correspondence challenge with each player having 1 day to make a move. I don't like correspondence chess, just because it requires like this daily focus. I like rapid chess. Let's play this guy, the first challenger. I wonder if he just saw that I'm streaming and he's just wanting to challenge me. I don't know if Streamlabs is working. There we go. Okay. So Streamlabs should be fixed. Oh, I'm playing a good player too. Let's play e5. Mix up a little bit. I'll play some kind of alternative system. Also, I didn't have the chat open, so any messages people sent since I've started streaming, I have not seen. But if you're here, feel free to say hi. I'll play Italian, Gioco, piano, whatever you call it. This is what I used to play during childhood. It brings back good memories. Play the Grob and Jeffrey Kai. Thanks for being the first viewers. Let me know if the audio is okay. I was playing around with some settings. I no longer am using my Yeti mic, which isn't actually my mic, because a guy named Mike has it. But I'm using my Samsung Go mic, which is clipped on. And it was making some weird buzzing noise earlier, but I think it's fixed. Also, hello to more people. Samsonite. Been a while. Yeah, a long time no see, Samsonite. What do I do here? I'm trying to remember if I can allow like bishop g5. I think the standard move is just to play like d6 and then see what white does. Because if he plays an early bishop g5, then I can expand with h6 g5 and castle queenside. So h3, it's kind of a timid move, but it's playable. Slow move. I'm going to also play slowly. I'm going to play a6. Actually, can I play this? This is very common. Like if I can get away with knight a5 and win the bishop pair, then it makes sense to go for it. I think I can get away with it. Because he hasn't played c3. Sometimes if the pawn's on c3, he could take on f7 and then play b4. And then the position could get really weird. But in this case, I mean, the bishop can run, but it can't hide. Like if bishop b5, c6, bishop a4, b5, someday he'll have to retreat to b3, and then I just trade off the knight. And I'll have two bishops, which is nice. Noop Noob was one of the only viewers, actually no, not one of the only, but one of the few viewers from my stream earlier today, which is a completely failed stream, where I attempted to edit photos, which basically put my CPU beyond its maximum capacity, and I ended the stream after like 10 to 15 minutes, realizing it was just too laggy. Okay, so I have the bishop pair. The question is what to do next. c6 is very common. Probably now I could castle. I'm just going to castle. Wait, he's going to play bishop e3 and trade off the bishop. Also, why is Lichess reconnecting? But my stream is live. Maybe Lichess is going down. Let's castle. Okay, reconnected. Oh, there is a site update. People can't see this. I could zoom in and then scroll over here. No, I don't want to do that. There is a thing that says site update complete. Are they updating again? It says reconnecting again. As long as it's not my internet, then I'm happy. I can read stuff in the chat. Already a lot of messages. Play games where I blunder a piece and come back from behind. I did that the other day. It was part of this challenge stream. It was interesting. I'll take weird challenges like that again. If you want to give me like a specific challenge, I'd be happy to do that. Messy Marvin, hello, and hello to BX17 something something something. Okay, audio is good. I'm not going to do any more photo editing, at least for this stream, unless you want me to, but that could really slow things down. I know bishop e3 is coming. I'm going to play c6. Because then, if he plays bishop e3, maybe I have the option of doing this stuff. It could lose a7. Positions like this, they could lead to a long grind. K-Kratz, good evening. More like good night. It's 11:14 p.m. Buddy, how's it going? Yeah, King Goldman. Ben Feingold was streaming with his wife. I think they're ending soon. So I'm trying to fill the void for the streamers who are ending at some point. Also, thanks for the hosts, Gani Chess and Braden, the auto hosts. Twitch for fun, hello. And hello, Armin Local Hero. I don't think I've seen you before. Unless I have and just didn't say hello. This username, Young Money Swag Money Ayo. Yes, my username on Twitch is a double meaning, which means if I make it to GM, I can still be I'm Rosen as in I am, rather than I am. So now he's challenging my bishop, giving me a taste of my own medicine. Except I have c6 included, so I can run and I can hide. Question is, do I want to spend so much time moving my bishop? I probably do. He might play bishop d2, but then that would rhyme. Let's do this. Okay, bishop d2. Maybe a5. a5 and c3 could be annoying. Probably have to take. And it's not the end of the world. I'll take on d2. Wow, knight take d2. Maybe he wants to play f4. I would really love to get a knight to f4. Problem is his queen is controlling h5. So I could go for g6, f4, we trade, and then this knight h5 move. It looks reasonable. Because g3 is weak, queen g5 could come, his knights are out of play, his rook is out of play. Let's play g6. Feels wrong, but in a few moves it should probably feel right. I don't know. Challenge, sack a rook for a pawn. That's impossible in this position. Might be possible later on. Fionchetta, thanks for the auto host. I think everyone that I've thanked is not here, which is kind of sad, but I'm thanking them in spirit. Armin Local Hero from Chess Bras. I have a Chess Bras story. I played a Blitz tournament today at the St. Louis Chess Club. It was like actually a very generous prize fund, $2,000 prize fund for 7 rounds of Blitz. And I was 12th seed. There were 10 GMs. Yeah, there were 10 GMs. And one of them was Eric Hansen, who I played in the last round. And I got a really good position, but then I got nervous because I'm playing just like an internet celebrity. And my time was ticking down. His time was also ticking down. And then somehow we got some crazy time scramble. And it was 5 minutes, no delay, which is not a fun time control, unless you're really fast. But I managed to be slightly faster than him. I flagged him with 1 second left. It was great. What do I do here? Queen g5? Problem with queen g5 is knight f3. So there's a few different attacking resources here. Like the queen coming into one of these squares the knight coming to f4, or this pawn break with f5. I'm not sure if any of these moves are effective. They might be effective in combination. I could also consider d5. d5 looks enticing. f5 might be the most logical, because my pieces want to be, at least my rook wants to be on the open file, or half open file. And then maybe I can sack the rook for the pawn. Problem is he could take. Now if I take back with rook or bishop, there's g4. Could calculate. Rook take f5, g4, queen g5. It was very complex. I mean, I could also just take with pawn. And then that's a very tense position. But I feel like maybe I should just improve somehow. Maybe d5 or bishop e6 or king h8 even. But he's probably going to play f4 next. Okay, I'm going to have to rely on intuition. Calculating f4, pawn take, or f5, pawn take, f4. Maybe queen h4 or knight g7. I don't know. Hey, Deadman DM, thanks for the sub. I'm also looking at this idea, which didn't cross my mind earlier, but to put the queen on h6. I'm going to go for that. This looks more stable. Because I prevent f4, I'm preparing to play f5. And if he plays knight f3, it just blocks his f-pawn, which was annoying in some variations where he could play f4. Doesn't g6 weaken the king? Arguably, maybe. In Bughouse, g6 would be a terrible move. But the thing about weakness in chess is that a weakness is only weak if the opponent can attack it. In this case, white has no strong attacking resources against the king side. Okay, so I saw this coming, that he might initiate this queen trade. I could take and play positionally. I could play queen g7 and go for f5 later. I kind of want to play queen g7, fianchettoing the queen. Now my king is safe. I'm sorry, Play the Grob, for auto mod, limiting your freedom of speech. I'm not sorry for the other guy, though. Okay, a7's attacked. I could play b6, I could play c5, play a6. This is a moment where being indecisive is probably a very big weakness. Maybe b6 or a6. Or I just sack the pawn and play f5. I'll play a6. The structure is good against a rook, because then someday my bishop and rook can be free and I won't have to worry about the a-pawn. Again with this site update, I'm not sure what's going on. Also, Deadman, thanks for subbing and then following. Not too many people do that. Did Hansen rage? No, Hansen is actually very polite in person. That might surprise people, but he's actually like a genuinely nice person and like very normal, at least my interactions with him. Yeah. Anyway, let's focus on the game. d4 is interesting. Now f5 could still be played. Could take. My position actually looks very questionable. Maybe I should have traded queens. Also, Deadman trying to distract me when there's a critical moment going on. I'll read the comment once I make my move. But thank you for the 6,000 bits. That came out of nowhere. What do I do though? If I take the pawn, my d pawn is weak on the half-open file. I could play f5. That also looks weakening. And Lichess keeps updating. This is not the time. We'll play bishop e6. Sometimes the rule is if you're not sure what to do, then just leave the tension. Okay, so dead man, 6,000 bits. That's so generous. First time catching me live. Oh, I appreciate the comment and kind words, and thanks for following. Yeah, that's really nice. Let me know if you want me to stream at a particular time. I'm always open to getting feedback from people. Rook a5 was unexpected, but it's a move. I think I have to play f6. I could play b5, but that weakens a6. What else can I play? I could play rook e8. Knife f4 could be a move too. I win b2 in some line. I'm probably... Wait, knight f4, he just takes on e5. And I'm moving way too slowly. I really don't want to play f6. I have to play f6. He's going to play g4. That's really bad. Because g4, again, I'm losing a pawn. So maybe I'm just losing a pawn regardless. I could play b5, rook a1, bishop c8. There has to be some better solution to this. And there is increment in this game, and this is rated, so I'm trying to find... I mean, this is a critical moment. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to play f6, because I found a response to g4. Hopefully that was time well spent. Yeah, g4, I have queen c7. Very important. Clear the g7 square and attack the rook, and then I'll play knight g7, and I'll be somewhat holding things together. K-Kretz likes late night streams. The problem with late night streams is that it's really early morning for Europeans. So I know there's a lot of European viewers who watch when I stream at morning my time, who prefer morning my time, but whatever. BX17 with the Ben Feingold boo emote. Oh man. I hope Ben Feingold is still, or is not here, because he would, yeah, he would punish me. Or punish me. With his puns. Okay, so he's thinking, so I'm coming back on time. Knight g7. If I get knight g7 and someday knight e6, then these squares could be accessible. He's committed to g4. Okay, I'm holding things together. Lichess. Lichess! What are you doing? It keeps refreshing. I don't know if it's a site update or maybe it's just continuous updates. At least they're improving their code base. So there's at least some benefit to that. I'm trading rooks because I'm scared. Or I'm allowing him to trade rooks because I just want to neutralize the d file. And now I want to bring the knight to f4, which might take some preparation. Okay, let's play knight e6. Just trying to improve. My bishop is really depressed. Maybe I'll go for c5, bishop here and here. Have to be careful though. Maybe I'll play rook d6 first. I just want to take over the d file. This is a very common thematic idea to double up. And the problem for him, if he takes on d6, I just take back and he can't really fight for the d1 square. Rook d3. Okay, so he's again using my own medicine. So we're probably going to trade a lot of things, and then it's going to be a time scramble. Do I trade here? We have knight d4, which is interesting. That probably just loses a pawn. And c5 is interesting. c5 looks playable. Yeah, in this sort of position, I think I want my pawns on dark squares, because I have a light squared bishop. So my pawns will control the dark squares, my bishop will control the light squares, and then life will be good. Also, Sir, whatever your name is, thanks for the, what did he just say? It disappeared. Thanks for the donation. I don't know if I can, like, the text was too small for me to read it. What is this? G5? I could play knight d4, which is a purpose of c5. But there's a pin, so I don't know if that actually works. Take. I think that works, right? I have to count quickly. That doesn't work. But my e-pawn is kind of falling. Here, take. I can take here. Or trading stuff. I'm so confused. Rook d4 is also interesting. I'm really low on time. Let's play knight d4. Try and make him think. Also, why is Lichess lagging? Lichess, you don't do this so often. Okay, at least it registered my move. This is a time where I start ignoring the chat. Actually, this is a time where I continue to ignore the chat. Just focus on the game. Less than 20 seconds left. He's probably going to take here. I take here. It's just a mess. At least my king is safe. Pawn structure is slightly weak, but his king is also kind of exposed. I have 3 is a useful move. Maybe h6. Queen e5 is coming, though. I think I have to take. It's not very pleasant. At least we're simplifying. I'm holding on to my pawns. I'll play h6. Just keep surviving, like Fabiano. Maybe I'll go for this, because he has lots of things on light squares. H6 first, giving my queen slightly more mobility. The key is, when you're below 10 seconds, you have to stay calm. Also, now I'm almost below. Also, Messy Marvin, don't distract me, but thanks for the 100 bits. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully he moves his knight and runs into bishop c6. My pawns are defended. Bishop c6 will hurt him. If not physically, it will hopefully hurt him emotionally, because now he's pinned. And now maybe this. If e6, I have this. What's going on there? This pawn can be weak. Wait, we're about to enter a king-pawn ending. I'm going to keep the pin. He's completely tied down. And he has no useful checks. I mean, he could play e6. Oh my gosh, I almost flagged there. He's still tied down. I should be winning this, though. This is a completely winning king-pawn ending. And I have increment. Let's play a waiting move. It's all about opposition. Yeah, I'm like a5. I have the opposition now. Let's go this. I'm going to be a little bit fancy, because I want to control g3, so when this, he doesn't have king g3. He's trying to dirty flag me, but as long as Lichess doesn't update for too long, it should be just game over. Okay, he's going to try this dirty stalemate trick, which I'll play b5, and now he has one legal move. But okay, somehow I survived that under pressure. No, he was better. Like he was playing really well too. But then he got pinned. I knew that the bishop on c6 was going to hurt him. Physically, emotionally, material-wise. Ilya Nizhnik! Ilya, are you still in the neighborhood? And would you like to be a guest on the stream? Um, Also, congratulations, Ilya, on like winning money, unlike most of us. I'm not, I'm just unable to win money. I have to be donated money. It's still not too bad. That wasn't, okay, let's go back. What did he do wrong? He allowed bishop c6. I thought this position is very unpleasant for black. What he probably should have done is got his knight to f6, but that may have required some sort of cheating or some sort of like magic trick. Because yeah, bishop c6 comes. Wasn't so bad. But he should have removed his king from a light square. Like, this was not the best setup. Ilya says after Wednesday. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what Ilya's referring to. I'm leaving town on Wednesday. Wednesday's the 29th, right? But then I'll probably be back at some point. City Light Crash, if you want to subscribe to me, there should be... Wait a minute. How do I do subscribe? I don't know if I have a subcommand. I guess I don't have a subcommand. That's really strange. I should have a subcommand. Maybe support? There we go. Yeah, you can, there's a link to like subscribe. You can also subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime. Hello, Le Favor. I asked me if I want, yeah, I asked you if you want to be a guest. No, I asked you if you're still in the neighborhood. Oh, and you said after Wednesday. I see. Sometimes I lose track of the context. Okay, let's play someone else. Wait a minute. I can't see the names. What is going on? Ooh, this rating graph, or the computer graph is beautiful. People can't see it though. Now people can sort of see it. So like, this is just his life experience. No, this is his happiness levels throughout the game. Like he was happy here, and he was slightly sad, and then just full out depression. So what is the key moment? Ah, yeah, when my bishop came to c6. Yeah, this is bishop c6. That was like the big inflection point. Okay. Got lots of homework. Oh, you're still a student. I forgot that homework can exist in people's lives. Okay, well, condolences to Ilya. How do I zoom out? There we go. Ilya, if you need help with your homework, I think I studied what you're studying, if I'm not mistaken. Let's play someone else. Casimir. I'm too indecisive. Where's my phone? Where's my Siri? This clip-on mic is not a great clip-on mic. Or it's not supposed to be clipped on. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. If people can still hear me okay, you can just verify that. Give me a random number between 1 and 6.
That would be 3.
Okay, uno, dos, tres. I'm playing this guy, Tai the nice guy, 0. Good luck. Eric, do you learn from any particular Grandmaster matches? I would like to do the same. Yeah, one of the very first ways I learned chess, this was back like before I even started playing tournaments. I was probably at, wait, I learned a new opening today. Bishop c4. I want to play, there's a really cool opening I want to play. Let's see if he goes into it. Yeah, before I even started playing tournaments, I would just go through games. My dad like had a book, and like we would just go to Starbucks and like play through GM level games. Every game was a different opening. Try and find the name of the book. I think it was called 100 Modern Chess Brilliancies. Let's play knight c3. Wait, what's his rating? Trying to think. What tricks do I know? I'll play knight c3. I'm intentionally walking into the center fork trick. I've taught this from the black perspective. Like, this is usually a good line for black. But there is some interesting nuance if black plays knight take e4. If black doesn't play knight take e4, then we'll have some... Ooh, okay. So this is the whole point. White can castle here. And then after this trade, there's actually some interesting compensation for white. Let me find this book. 100 Modern Chess Brilliancies. I think any book that you can find with like annotations that explain the moves of high level games can be very, very useful. Okay, this is a line. The queen d5. I feel like I'm just going to win back the pawn, and then we'll have a very drawish type of position. And I'll have to somehow grind him down. Text you on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, Ilya, if you're still watching, I'll reach out to you. But you should stop watching and do your homework. Try and be a good influence to people. Okay, let's take this pawn. And we're going to enter some very dry, somewhat symmetrical position. Let's do this. Allowing him to move the bishop with a discovered attack. Shub Kapoor was just watching my challenge accepted video. That's cool. I was going to do a similar theme for today, but then I kind of forgot. Got a little bit distracted. I'm going to keep the pin. This feels wrong. My queen seems like a big target on e4, but it restricts the bishop from developing normally. And he can't really move either bishop. So I'm just trying to annoy him. That's a good move though, because I was threatening some move like bishop g5. Now he's threatening to move this bishop. I could go crazy and take on f7, take on h7, then be down a piece. I could take on b7. That looks like a free pawn. Oh, thank you. Am I only doing 5-minute games? No, I'll do any time control people want. I currently have 11 pending challenges, one of which is Crazyhouse, Hyperbullet. But yeah, I'm just picking random numbers, and I'll probably do like these challenge requests. So basically, if someone wants me or wants to like propose some way I have to win, whether you want me to play a particular opening or if you want me to checkmate by only using knights like I did last stream, I'm open to accepting like crazy challenges like that. Also, Lichess keeps reconnecting. How does a 1385 know this line? He might watch my videos. I show the center fork trick on so many occasions. c6. Well, my queen's not getting trapped. It's just kind of out of play. I would like just to complete development. The problem is if I develop this bishop, he has this and this. But then maybe in the very end I have bishop b3. So I'll set up a trap. I'll play bishop f4, hoping for this and this. And the trap is a literal trap of the rook, where if he takes a b2 pawn, it will be caged in. Colorado X, we played you were +3, and then you choked. Ouch. So you want revenge. It's not easy to win a winning position. I'm very used to getting losing positions, and yeah, when you get the winning position, you still have to stay focused. Nothing's a given. Bishop f6, another free pawn. You can take this. I'm so generous. Amin Samani. Yes, I met Matt in person. It's actually really cool, like being in St. Louis. Like people will travel in from like all over the country, some cases all over the world, and then like people, like I'll just meet people who like watch my streams or my content. So it's really cool to like just interact with viewers in person. And then like all the players who are playing like this tournament, they're all like celebrities and taking pictures and signing autographs. It was a really cool environment. Angelic Jake, what's my Hebrew name? Don't laugh, but my Hebrew name is Shlomo, which when I found out, I was like, I don't know, I was 8 or 9. And I was just so disappointed. I mean, I'm sure it means something reasonable, but it doesn't sound like something reasonable. I can win f7, speaking of reasonable. It's another free pawn. I don't know if I want to take with the queen or the bishop. Let's take with the queen. And I'll attack the queen with the bishop. And then someday I'll go for this. Like I'm hoping for something like queen d2, so we can just get this over with. The 6 knight checkmate was beautiful. Yeah, I forgot to tweet it. I think it's past the threshold to throw out the tweet. Bishop g6 with a counterattack. It's interesting. I don't know if I'm winning a piece in any of these lines. I'm going to confuse him. I would like to confuse him. Just trying to figure out the best way to confuse him. And in doing this, I'm confusing myself, but that's life. Okay, let's play G3, H3. Let's play G3. No, that would be bad, because I want to back rank mate him, but he would have bishop g8 in the end. Okay, so we're going to get opposite colored bishops. I'm going to put the bishop on d4. It's very, very solid. And then I'll target the g pawn, or the a pawn, or both. Rook e7 is coming. I just have to make sure not to get back rank mated. My second tournament ever, the second round, I kid you not, I was playing a 4-year-old. I'm like barely tall enough to like move the pieces. I took all of his pieces except like one rook, and then he back rank mated me. I was like 600 at the time. It was devastating. So this is one of these situations. But I'm going to do this and win his rook. Now it's hard to get back rank mated, given My opponent only has a bishop. I could potentially make 8 bishops. Oh, he's going to win this pawn. What a buzzkill. That's sad. Can win this pawn. Can win this pawn. He's going to play bishop e4, and then I'm going to play f3. Even though Ben Feingold told me never to play this move. And after bishop d5, I'll play c4. And then I'll win the pawn. Win it right away. Okay, I'm not going to be obnoxious and promote to... What is it? Promote to 6 more bishops. I could have won his bishop. Okay, let's take... There was a game, it was very recently, with Leela Chess, playing like another engine, and she was just like making the opponent suffer. It was so cruel. Okay, let me not stalemate this guy. I felt really bad for, it's a computer engine. This would be like an interesting, like, okay, let's see if I can find mate in 2 here. Does mate in 2 exist? The king has some squares. Mate in 2 might actually exist. Mate in 2 can exist only if the king moves to the square I want it to. Okay, let's try this. Promote to knight. This is, I think, objectively the best move. Please play king e6. Please. Now he's going to think, because it's very complex. It's 2 legal moves. I wanted to promote to bishop with mate. Well, now, if I promote on the side, it's stalemate. Right? That would be stalemate. But I can't checkmate here. Okay. So I'll go for, wait. Did I just try to play queen c6? I meant to play this. And then if he takes the knight, then I mate. Okay. Good game. Whew. Queen c5 was mate in 2. Queen c5. King here. There's too many squares a king can move to. I think I did try to play queen f8 to c6. So slightly hallucinating. Okay. I can't say mission accomplished because there is no mission. At least I won. With some weird opening. Was probably made in 4. Okay. 17 pending challenges. Give me a number between 1 and 17.
The answer is 17.
What a number. Altag CZ. Good luck. 10-minute chess. Give me a challenge. Someone. Give me a challenge. And by challenge, I mean, like, tell me what I should do in this game. Hopefully there's some creative suggestions. Bird opening. Okay. We're playing the bird opening. Rook sack for a pawn in the opening. Okay. For a pawn. So I have to develop a rook first and then sack it for a pawn. And then I'll play seriously. Good thing this is casual. I'm sorry to my opponent. I mean no disrespect. But people in the chat are telling me to do this. Well, c5 pawn's not defended. Let's attack on... What pawn to take? I'll attack in the center. For those of you who came to see serious chess, I will start taking the game seriously after I play rook take d5. Okay, now I'm taking it seriously. Like now it's about playing good moves and not listening to anyone in the chat. So I have to defend the pawn. Probably g3 makes most sense. Like g3, bishop, g2. Control the diagonal. That's a nice square. Then knight f3, castle. I'll just pretend that I still have a rook on a1. Like rook on a1 doesn't do anything until much later in the game anyway. Where are all these emotes? Oh, people being emote happy. Or maybe it's just one person. e5 is a good move. Black's up material. Wants to open the center. I think I'll take. And then go for bishop g2. I might even employ the double fianchetto. Because when you employ the double fianchetto, your bishops control all 4 squares combined. Yeah, if you can just stop spamming the chat. I don't usually like to give timeouts, but please. Bishop g4 is kind of scary. Yeah. Timeout. b3, bishop b2. I don't think black has a threat here. Probably b3. Oh, Messy Marvin's here. Messy Marvin knows what's up. What's the most aggressive opening, in my opinion? The most aggressive for white or for black? Could try and answer both questions. I mean, for white, e4 on move 1. Like e4 and King's Gambit, Smith Mora, some of these like crazy gambit lines. Not necessarily the most sound. Also, Grand Prix attack. I feel like Grand Prix attack is one of the most controlled and one of the most aggressive openings. From the black side, I really like the Budapest. You just go for initiative right away. It's also relatively controlled if you know what you're doing. Recently, I've been enjoying the Stafford Gambit, which is not sound, but it's very trappy. There's so many ways white can go wrong. It's an opening against e4. Anyway, let's double fianchetto. Budapest isn't that aggressive. You could play the Faja-Waritz variation, though. With after e5, the knight goes to e4 rather than g4. Again, it's unsound, but if you want to get initiative from early on, it's one way to do so. I could, maybe after this game, I could show some lines. But Noni's more like traditional type opening, but very playable. Has some aggressive middle game ideas. So the queen is defending both knights. So in some alternate universe, the queen would be overworked, but like if I capture one knight, it still defends the other knight. So the goal is to attack the queen. I think the way to do that, I don't really want to play this move, but if I play knight c3, I really don't want to trade knights. There's 3 ideas with this move. Idea 1, which is probably not coming up anytime soon because it's knight on e5. Idea 2, which is very playable. And idea 3, this is a reason why I sacrificed my rook, was to clear the a1 square. Because the a1 square for the queen is just so much more valuable than just having a rook in the way. So, but do I want to play queen a1 immediately? Or do I want to play this first? Probably knight b5 first. Because already there's tactics. Like the queen is tied down. And there might be knight c7 someday. I mean, I still want to play queen a1, because that was the whole point of the rook sacrifice. Can't wait for the stream's finale. Oh, Is that a challenge? I don't think that's going to happen. That would be a really good magic trick, though. I have to demonstrate some magic on stream. So I used to be like, I used to be into magic at some point in my life. Also, is this just a... Oh no, this is not a monster threat. There's just pins, potential pins all over the place. Thinking about c4. c4 could get me into trouble because that allows knight d3. Not sure what to do. Queen on e6 is actually relatively stable. Could play like h3, kick the bishop. Like h3, bishop h5, g4, there's already bishop h4. My king is stuck in a lot of these lines. Okay, I'll go for queen a1. Fancy move. Someday I want to fork, but I have to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Want you to make a video on the dragon. What kind of dragon? There's many types of dragons. I went to a sushi place the other day, had a dragon roll. I was watching another stream and someone was asking what my favorite fruit is, which is dragon fruit. There's also the dragon opening, a dragon variation of the Sicilian, which is actually very playable. I could make a video on that. I have some interesting ideas for black. Cover has issues in the middle game. Get too ahead of yourself. Yeah. A lot of players, I realize, they want to, they just want to attack too early. Sometimes you have to be patient, don't get ahead of yourself, improve, prepare some sort of breakthrough. I don't know. Thanks for the follow. Problem here, I can't apply that advice because I'm down a rook and I'm just stuck. I just have to avoid blundering and just try and keep the pressure. Thinking e3 is reasonable. What else to do? I could play like king d1, king c1 and run away, which might also be reasonable. I think I might actually go for that. Looks ridiculous. But I think my king is safer on the queen side. I do walk into a temporary pin. Okay, let's get away from the file. And now, basically the point is I can expand on the king side without any repercussions, because bishop h4 would no longer be a check. He's playing very solidly. He's applying like this patience rule that I just kind of explained. Maybe that was bad timing on my part. Unintentionally gave my opponent some advice. Deadman, this is your first time using Twitch? You already figured out how to sub and give bits and follow? It's impressive. I think you can control the color. Usually the colors are just random, but I think you have some control over it. Not sure how, though. I want to play g4. I have to be on constant lookout for threats. Well, I'll start with g4. Yeah, bishop g6. And now maybe g5. Wait, g5 could get messy. Take. Oh, that's a big mess. Okay, let's play g5. That was an unintentional tactic. Like, this is not my intention. In hindsight, this seems like a genius idea. It's kicking the bishop back to g6, playing g5, removing this bishop so I can win the knight. I kind of just stumbled into this. So this is nice. Making him think. There's no increment, so time is a factor. What do I prefer? Chinese dragon, Sultan variation. There's a very particular variation I like, but I don't know the name of it. It involves putting the bishop on e6 if they don't play bishop c4. If they play bishop c4, then I like the line where you take on d4 and play, what's the move? b5, like b5, a5. Okay, I'm taking this knight. Okay, so now I'm just down the exchange. My king. My king is a target here. We'll see this guy's a tactical prowess. The good thing is I have a simple developing move which does so many great things at once. So that would be nice. Yeah, this was kind of expected. He's attacking two things. The good thing is that I can just do this. c2's a pawn, but there's more important things in life. I just want to protect the d2 pawn. That's a more important thing. Also, I'm attacking the bishop, so there's some line where, like, if he takes here, maybe I can consider taking here. And this is going to cause him to think a bit more, which is also good. Did I have 17 e4? I did not even consider e4. I probably should have. It's a fork. It looks good. I didn't consider it. That would have been a great move. Maybe there's some way for black to unravel, but I should have seen e4. I was so fixated on playing g4 because I was expecting bishop h5. Anyway, okay, he takes on c2. So now the problem is if I take here, he can take on b3. So he basically has two threats, which can be defended with this move or this move. And queen c3 just looks better. Let's play queen c3. And now it's a mess. Still down material, but this is attacked, and this is awkward. Kiyomi is back. And I'm back. With more puns. It's true. Good to see you, Kiyomi. Long-time mod. One of the first ever viewers to the stream. Bishop h6. I forgot the diagonal extended this far. What do? I want to trap the knight, but if I play d3, that would be illegal. I could play this and this. I can't draw arrows. And he defended g7 too. I didn't even see I was attacking g7. What's going on? I mean, h4 looks reasonable. Maybe king b2. I don't know. I'm so indecisive. King b2. Yeah, let's play h4. There are three ideas with h4. Knight g5, bishop h3, and h5. And all of those are tempo moves. I'll make some kind of threat. I don't know if any of them are like super strong, but that's for him to worry about. Any thoughts on how Magnus is playing? Yeah, Fabi seems in form, but like today was the first game. Fabi seemed in real trouble. Okay, let me focus. Bishop h3. Hey, bishop h3 looks great. It's a skewer. If he moves the bishop, then the bishop is would no longer be fully supporting the knight. I could just take on f5, take on c2. So I think I'm winning more material. I could take on c2 first. He takes on h3. Let's just take on c2 first. I'm taking my time here because there's a funny move. Bishop take g7, bishop take g7, rook g1. But then he has f6. Okay, let's take. Is material equal? I have 2 knights for a rook and a pawn. That's nice. So, life is okay. We're trading queens. Exactly what I want to see. I want to defend this pawn. Let's do this. I definitely downloaded a computer into my brain. I'll take that as a compliment. I think someone was saying that about Fabiano today. Like, he got a worse position, but then he just started playing like a computer. It was great defense. There is an art to playing when you're down material against like low-rated players, where you keep the tension, you cut the losses. Okay, my position was on the verge of falling apart, but had to keep things complicated. Baku's excited about a book. That's exciting. Okay, so now my knights will show their dominance over the rooks. And time is still a factor. The thing about 2 knights is you have to find like coordination. They have to work together. As my old coach used to say, they have to talk to each other. Okay, so this knight is playing a very good role of defending. This knight is playing a decent role of attacking. I could have won the h7 pawn. Don't know why I didn't do that. And sometimes in these endings, you just want to look for ways to make outposts. So that's why I play e4. I want this square for a knight. And then I can just restrict both his rooks. 27 d3. I'm sure d3 was a move at some point. And last but not least, I would like to activate this rook. I'll probably start with this. Just go for more aggression. And there might be some mating ideas, like knight e6, or at least some forking ideas. Or mating and forking ideas. Wait a minute. Mate in 3? Mate in 3. Wait, mate in 4. 1, 2, 3. I forgot rook h7. 4. Okay, that was a good practice on counting to 4. Okay, good game. Altag ZZ, CZ, however you say your name. Thanks for the game. I'm sorry to disrespect you in the opening, but I fell into some peer pressure in the chat. Who told me to sack a rook for the pawn? I think it was Messi Marvin who started it. Yeah, no one deserves this. But no, I mean, Black did everything right. Like, put the pieces on good squares. Rook d8 was very good. I was running away. b6 was slow. He was probably like listening to my mantra of how like you should be patient, but in this position, I think Black should take more action. I don't know what I was scared of though. Maybe some more useful move, doubling up rooks. And then later on, okay, I missed e4, which I should have seen. Then got interesting around here. I think the knight should, yeah, the knight was a bit unstable. It should move back. And when it moves back, you're threatening knight a2, which is a really annoying threat. And then I'm, in many cases, tied down to d2. What was I thinking? There's another idea. Maybe f6 at some point to chase away the bishop. Have to retreat to a more passive square. Anyway, yeah, black fell victim to tactics. Tactics are my savior. Okay, new game, 15 pending challenges. Give me a random number between 1 and 15.
13.
13. 15, 14, 13. Nikhil. Deadman, thanks for the 100 bits. Glad you're having fun. I'm having fun too. I'm also suffering from allergies. So if I start crying, it's because my eyes are just watering. Not from sadness, though. Let's play my favorite opening. Someone was asking earlier about aggressive openings. Okay, he's not taking the pawn. So we'll try and play. Yeah, let's play this opening. This is a fun line. Knight d4. Hopefully he doesn't know what he's doing. This is one of the most aggressive ways to meet the fried liver. Castling. He's playing very quickly. I don't think castling is the most accurate move, but it's a playable move. But the good thing is black has great center. But my queen's a bit of a target, so let's go back. My eyes. Also, Angelic Jake. My eyes are getting worse. I should get eye drops. That would be nice. Always play f6. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Like this weather when it gets hot, and it's usually when things are in bloom. So apparently something is in bloom. Also, I forgot to take another ridiculous challenge. I guess I just wanted to show some kind of aggressive opening. So I'm trying to be aggressive. Hey, it paid off. Yeah, the knight was kind of pinned to the g2 pawn. Just to show one trick. Drink tea. Steam really helps. Tea feels so far away to go all the way downstairs. Boil the water. Also, it's a bit like hot. So maybe iced tea. But iced tea doesn't come with the steam. This is a dilemma. Anyway, I want to show a nice trap for any e4, e5 players out there who play king's pawn as black. Okay, so we reached fried liver from a weird move order. But this line I play, there's a lot of people who will be inclined to play d6. And after d6, looks like white is being tricky, but black can just ignore it and take a pawn. White will be very happy, achieving the fork. This is where, if it's an over-the-board game, you can just start shaking your head and make your opponent, or give your opponent a false sense of security. And reluctantly play queen c6. They'll take the rook. Now you take the g2 pawn, not the bishop. Pawns are sometimes more valuable than bishops, because then once you get to this position, you smothered mate. And this has happened, okay, over 200 times on Lichess. I've shown this before on stream. Just for any new people here, this is a useful line to know from the black side, also from the white side. I was showing a student this earlier today, showing it from the white side. I was just testing him, and he walked into like something very similar as white. I was showing him the best move in this position for white is not to play d6, but to play c3, which is mentioned by Colorado. Good move. And then the next two moves are really confusing. Okay, the first move is logical from black. Rather than moving the knight, black should play b5. But then the next move for white is it's hard to find. If you've never seen this before, good luck finding bishop f1. Best move in the position. And it's actually logical once you start thinking about it. You keep the attack of the pawn, and the knight is basically going to vanish, and white will basically just win the b5 pawn with check. The reason why white doesn't play bishop d3 is because bishop f5 is strong. So if you're playing this as black, there's lots of ways white can go wrong. And this is already very nice for black. So bishop f1, critical line. And then I think the best approach for black is to not move the knight, but to counterattack, to take the pawn and counterattack the knight on g5. And then there's some crazy variation. We get this position. And white should be better here with accurate play. But there is a game that Bobby Fischer played, and Fischer lost in like 4 more moves as white. Fischer castled, which is reasonable, like defending the pawn. Should note this is a simul, so Fischer was maybe not the most focused. Oh, okay, Fischer played queen f3. Looks reasonable. Attacking the knight, attacking the pawn. His opponent played bishop b7. Then Fischer just played the most attractive move in the position. Sometimes this will happen in simuls, where you just assume your opponent is a fish. And in this case, it looks great for white, threatening 2 different mates in one. And then Fischer's opponent played one more move, and Fischer just resigned. The next move is simply incredible for black. I've shown this in a St. Louis lecture. If anyone has watched that lecture, let me know in the chat. Curious to know who you are. But black to move in this position, I will allow people to give suggestions. Maybe I've just stumped everyone. Ray Chileno from South America, from Chile. Queen take pawn? No. Queen take g2. There's, okay, you get a double check, but there's no, oh, actually, wait, king g1, there would be knight h3 mate. But king g3, I don't think it's going to lead to anything good. Only one person so far. The Samarex, knight f6. Knife f6. Yeah, queen take g2, it looks really attractive because there's this potential mate. But king g3, and black just is out of checks, out of good checks. Knight f6 is a correct move. This move literally does like 5 different things. Defends e8, defends e7, threatens mate in 1, threatens the bishop. It's like a double discovered check, or discovered attack, because the knight clears the 5th rank and the diagonal for the bishop. And bishop d5 is a threat. Just threatening to trap the queen. So if white plays something like g3, bishop d5 just wins the queen. So yeah, that's how you beat Fischer in 12 moves. Anyway, Lemon Chief, hello. And hello to everyone else who I didn't say hello to. Joanna. Is Joanna watching? Shout out to Joanna for somehow giving me notifications on my phone. Joanna, if you're in the chat, hello. Maybe she's not, though. Okay, 16 pending challenges. Give me a random number between 1 and 16.
It's 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dr. Dunkey. Have I played Dr. Dunkey before? I have not. King walked to the corner without castling. Oh, so Piss for Potzer knows what's up. This is another crazy challenge. Okay. King walked to the corner without castling. the next challenge is mate in 25 moves. I feel bad for doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. The plan is to do this, this, and then this. But maybe not in that order. Why a6? Obviously to play rook a7 and then walk the king to the corner. King safety first. I'm just okay. So again, I'm sorry to the people who want to watch it, like educational and serious chess. Um, but I don't know even who it was. Someone wanted me to walk the king to the corner. So I'm doing that first, and then we'll have a serious game. So it's sort of like giving some odds, some handicap. I'm trying to make some kind of logic out of this. Will I play subscribers first? Your Lee Chess is wins occasionally, and you've never played me. Okay, I'll play Angelic Jake, because he's a sub, and he's making me feel bad. I'm achieving King A8. Ooh, but he's trapped the rook? What a good move. Okay, so I've walked the king to the corner without castling, but now I'm down the exchange. A4, good move. Do I have to walk the king back to the corner? I technically lived on A8 for one move. Wait, this is a really bad position. I mean, I'm not developed. I'm not in the exchange. My king doesn't even feel safe. Maybe if I go back to 8 and put the bishop on b7, it will feel safe. That's fine. Okay. That's all I need. All caps, too. Now the idea is to fianchetto, and it's actually some sort of like dragon Benoni structure. Walk the king to h1. H1 is this way. No, I'm gonna trade queens. If we trade queens, maybe I can walk my king. Walk my king to all the corners before the game ends. Probably not. A5. A5 is a great move. Great positional move. The good thing here is that he doesn't have a dark squared bishop, so he can't really check me along this diagonal. And that's what I'll have to try and take advantage of. Fortunately, he's winning the pawn. None of my pieces are developed. But it's time to develop. Wait, I'm also considering bishop g4 with the counterattack. No, I'm going to play this first. And the idea is to control the dark squares. So now he's up the exchange and a pawn. Also, Deviator, thanks for the sub. Ugh, I might be allergic to subs. I have to sneeze, but I can't sneeze. It's the worst feeling in life. Oh gosh. I have a problem where I just can't physically sneeze in front of people. And even though there's no one here, I know there's people here virtually. It's so terrible. Okay. Well, I've achieved a double fianchetto. What are these bits? Do you separate streams by theme? Sometimes. The themed streams are usually when I'll play a tournament, whether it be like Lee Chess Classical Arena or Chess.com, Arena Kings. Recently, it's been a lot of like viewer challenge streams where I'll somehow like create a theme afterwards. And like a lot of the YouTube videos that I publish of like the stream archive are just titles I try and come up with that encompass the games that I play. But I should make an effort to do more themed streams. What is going on? His rook is active. He wants to win the e7 pawn. Like if I play knight f6, he's going to take on e7. Is this real life? I play this and he takes on f7. I play this. I'm okay with that, I think. Because if he keeps taking pawns, then I keep getting more half-open files. Half-open files, are they more valuable than pawns? Have to find out. Oh, allergies are getting worse. Like as the night gets longer. Maybe I'm just allergic to late night. That make any sense? Speaking of nights, superfluous nights, or as Rex Sinkfeld would say, codependent? Yeah, codependent nights. They depend on each other. Because when this rook lands on f7, the knights defend each other. That's a good move, though. Developing a piece and attacking the knight on d7. So usually in life, when they attack you, you have three options. Of course, you could ignore, you could defend, or you can counterattack. I think I would like to counterattack. I'm looking at this move. Is he legally able to castle? He hasn't moved his king or rook. Okay. So I guess the problem with this is he can castle. So maybe just knight c5. Because this is a massive target on e4, and it's attacked twice, only defended once. Half open files against double isolated pawns are worth a lot. That's probably true. This isn't doubled or isolated. It's kind of backwards. The pawn on f2 can't move to f3. That's a good move. It's a very good move. He defends the pawn and prepares f3. Trying to decipher what's going on in this position. I'm down 2 pawns and the exchange. I guess my king is safe. Knight d3 is an option. Knight d3. I don't know. All I know, wait a minute. I was about to say all I know is there's one open file, but the bishop controls c8. So what to do? G4 or g5, g4. That looks wrong. I have a brilliant idea. I'm going to play rook f8. It looks like a slow and passive move and just not what I want to do in life. But the idea is his rook is almost trapped. I guess running low on squares. I actually just want to play king v8 and knight g8. Like 2 more passive moves, but it traps a rook. And he's playing slow. So as long as he's not watching the stream, he will not see what's coming. Knight g8, monster threat of trapping the rook. And maybe winning back some material. I don't know if he can stop knight g8. Like even if he's watching and he sees this arrow and knows what's about to happen, yeah, he can't stop it. So he's going to take on b7. which is a great piece to lose because this bishop is just such a bad piece. It's not doing anything. And then I'll be happy. Then I'll only be down 2 pawns. Maybe I'll have f5 in the future, or bishop d4. He said he was listening. Is he watching? Dr. Dumpkey. It's okay if he's listening. I like to say my threats, which can't be stopped. Because then it just makes an opponent think for longer. King g2, okay. I would love to get a knight to e3. Let's start with knight e7. I'll go for f5. b4. I didn't see b4. Good thing I have knight d3. Oh, he's capable of playing like some strong moves. I have to defend. Luckily for me, this time is on my side, and b4 is now mine. So now I'm only down 1 pawn. Slowly but surely. Now I'm up a knight for a pawn. That was a nice gift. Okay, Dead Man is genuinely asking for advice, it seems like. Let's play this. Tactics from where? Is there a list? Got myself How to Reassess. How to Reassess is a good book. There's so many places to study tactics from. I mean, the online trainers like chess.com tactics trainer, Lee Chess Puzzles, Chess Tempo are all good starting points. There's some books which offer set collections, which it might depend on your level. I can recommend a very good series of books. They're called Chess Steps. I recommend them for like kids, but they're really useful for any level. They train great, like pattern recognition, and they're a lot more popular in Europe. But they might be the reason why like people from Europe are just better at chess because they grew up with Chess Steps. It gives them like a very good foundation. And if you want to find out more, you just Google Chess Steps. I think the website is like chess-steps dot something. Knight takes c2 was illegal. That's true. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I was pinned. Maybe I did realize. Joanna tries. Joanna tries. I gave you a shout out like 20 minutes ago and you weren't here. I said if Joanna's in the chat, say hi, and you didn't say hi. But thanks for the bits, Joanna. Appreciate it. Also, a nice stream earlier. My computer was dying, so I had to restart. And it was unfortunate. Okay, new game. Give me a random number between... Oh, thank you, Dead Man, for the 100 bits.
That would be 74.
74. I only have 17 pending challenges. Give me a random number between 1 and 17.
The answer is 57.
Doesn't let me finish my sentence. Thanks, Refrica, for the 1 bit. Give me a random number between 1 and 7. Dr. Dumpkey! Thanks for the 1,000 bits. And good game. Sorry I disrespected you in the opening. Siri finally gave me a feasible number. Yeah, I'm really sorry for disrespecting you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Norm rocks. Good luck. 1900. I'll take recommendations again. I'll give it some time. Throw a challenge at me. I'm reading the chat. Triple pawns on the same file. Triple pawns on the same file. Can triple pawns be on any other file? I don't think they can. Okay, so I have to get triple pawns. What's the best way to do that? Trying to think. Triple pawns on the same file. No, just triple pawns. I don't have to say on the same file. Triple pawns in the center are very difficult. The most common triple pawns are on the C file or F file, which I'm trying to figure out what the opening is to go for. I guess you didn't say what. I mean, maybe I could give my opponent triple pawns. That could work. Let's play this. Make it a 4 knights. So so the goal is to win this game and get triple pawns at some point, which actually shouldn't be too hard to do. But maybe it will if my opponent resists. Also, Kenji, good to see you. Long time no see. Kiyomi was here earlier. Some new viewers this stream and some old returning viewers. For anyone who just joined, I'm trying to pass a mission of getting triple pawns. I was hoping for bishop b4, then he could take. I'm going to play knight a4. It's a weird move. Essentially, I just want to give him the bishop pair. Oh, Kiyomi is still here. Okay. Nice to see the Ks. Okay, d6. I'm hoping for d6 because then take, I could have bishop e5 and then maybe create something like that. It's unlikely though. The difficult thing is that if I want to create triple pawns for either myself or my opponent, it's going to probably create a bad position for myself, which then might make it hard to win. But I guess that's part of the challenge. And yes, I've played a match against Andres. It should be on YouTube. But I played a match against him when I was with a friend. It was basically like my friend was also in the room, and he's a chess player too, so we're discussing the position together. It wasn't really a formal match or anything. Anyway, what to do? Let's play c4. I've decided that I want to give my opponent triple pawns, which I don't think... Who said the challenge? Was it Piss for Potzer? With the all caps? Ooh, this is looking enticing. This could happen very soon. I'm sacking a pawn to give my opponent triple pawns. It's actually maybe not a bad positional sacrifice. This could actually wind up in quadruple pawns. Joanna, you don't have to Google triple pawns. Triple pawns are simply 3 pawns on the same file. So if I take and he takes back, that would be triple pawns. The problem is he could take with the bishop. And I don't want that. So let's castle. Yeah, he probably knows what's up. I don't even know what to do. I'm just going to play a normal move. He is resisting. Take. Okay. Well, I know what I'm going to do if he takes on f3. Take back with the pawn. That will multiply the chances. Because then maybe someday he'll play f5 and there's this potential for triple pawns. That's annoying. Let's play king here. I'm getting ready for like this opening of the G file. Deadman DM, thanks for watching. Also, thanks for being so generous. This will be one way to achieve triple pawns if he takes. But that's just a piece sack. I don't want to sack a piece. Let's play this. It will happen eventually. Maybe. But he's a good player. He's 1900. He plays more classical, it seems like. He's still under 100 games in every category. Yeah, I'm not sacking too soon. Staying relatively controlled. Because if I sack too soon, it might be too hard to win. But we'll see. I like the fact that he's thinking here. Oh yeah, I said I would play you, but I forgot. I'm so sorry. You just have to make me feel bad again. Let's play bishop e3. I have very short-term memory when it comes to people's comments. Because I get so focused on the chess. Do I get extra bonus points if we both have triple pawns? Because there's some scenarios where that could be possible. Or quadruple pawns. Like, it's funny because these are double pawns, but there's pawns on adjacent files. So if somehow both pawns could like merge together, there is some potential for quadruple pawns. Okay, he wants to play f5. Problem is I can't really force anything. I could just go and try and mate him. It's one possibility. I'll play queen h5. I'll triple his pawns and then I'll mate him on h7. This looks so enticing to take the bishop. Because it brings another pawn just closer to this conglomerate of pawns. I could play bishop d5. Bishop d5. Play queen h5. Let's play queen h5. Just going for a mate. f7 is a target. h7 is a bigger target. It would be really interesting if he just allows me to mate him. And then I'm in like this moral dilemma. Do I mate him or do I try and get triple pawns? Win without playing any pieces in the center. That's interesting. I have so few forcing moves, though. Maybe there's some ideas. Really not sure. No, there's so many candidate moves here because there's not like a major threat that he has, considering f4, h4. Bishop d5. Just don't know how the triple pawns are going to be possible. And bishop c4 is the easiest way to get triple pawns, but then I would probably lose. So let's play h4, because what else to do? I'm keeping the tension. I mean, I could have taken on f7 too. That was a move, maybe. c4. What is c4? Let's play this. Actually, c4 is a good move. But I have a plan. I have a dream. No, I just have a plan. The plan is to take. I'm assuming he's going to take. I don't know what he's thinking about. But I do see some potential. I mean, he could just flag too. That would be unfortunate. I've never tried so hard in my life to get triple pawns. The original plan was rook c1, but now this is actually looking more attractive. Because either these pawns are doubling, or these pawns could end up tripling. He's probably just listening to everything I'm saying. He's waiting for me to reveal more secrets. He's running low on time. Which is maybe how I'll win this. f6. What's f6? Okay, he's playing solidly. Oh, he's playing very solidly. He's just avoiding that. Why is he not taking on d3? This is so frustrating. I'm going to go for queen h2 and g4. Can't believe I'm doing this. I mean, he's just one capture away from having triple pawns. So anytime I want, I can just play bishop c5, he'll take, and then I'll try and flag him. Let's play this. This is going to be intense. Yes, okay, that's what I wanted. Now I move back. Because now he has double pawns on the d file, which is maybe somehow relevant. I also have a time advantage, which is also relevant. He's playing c5. I'm going to play g4. What is this position? I have not captured a single pawn yet. Interesting move. Now I have double pawns. It's probably physically impossible for me to get triple pawns at this point. Okay, yeah, he's gonna flag. Here we go. Free knight. Yes, triple pawns. Okay, now time to flag him. Look at those triple pawns. Such monsters. Let's take on h5. Actually, maybe I'll have some mating attack. I have 2 sets of double pawns. I'm forking a pawn and another pawn. And now I want to play h6. Those pawns lived very briefly. Can I give him more triple pawns? What do I do? Maybe this? Okay, he flagged. Well, wasn't the most climactic game, but okay. It happened for a move. It was literally just one move. Move 29 to 30. Yeah, triple pawns. Thank you, Kiyomi. It feels satisfying. Okay, I'm not taking a random number because I'm playing 10 plus 15. Okay, we'll play a long game. Angelic Jake, just because you're a subscriber. I'm gonna go with one of the challenges which was mentioned earlier. Ooh, he's a good player too. But I'm not gonna say what the challenge is. I'm just gonna say it was mentioned earlier. The challenge will be hidden until further notice. Deadly Inhale, 1 bit per pawn, 3 bits. Thank you, Deadly Inhale. It could combine multiple challenges. It could just be one challenge. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, you could guess what the challenge is if you want. Or you could just sit back and watch. You think that I've picked a pawn and I'll mate with it in 25 moves. That would be interesting. Hello, Julian. Julian Prolaco. Usually I don't say people's full names, but that's literally your username. How did Julian do in the Blitz? This is like the first tournament I've ever played in where I haven't played Julian. But I kept sitting next to Julian, like every game. I'm so relieved I didn't have to play him. Let's play b5. This is like the main idea of c6. Is b5, a5, gain space on the queen side. Always play knight a1. Oh yeah, I watched that lecture actually. The always play knight a1 lecture. It was a good lecture. Who did you beat in the last round? Because I was not focused on any other game. I was focused on taking down the alternate Eric. The perk is not a challenge. The perk is OP. I like the perk. Good opening. Relatively stable. Safe king. Ah, you beat Akshat. Yeah, unfortunately 5 points did not win anything, which is really sad. Yeah, I'm not saying the challenge because I think it would be unfair if my opponent like specifically took advantage of me like knowing what the challenge would be. Like, I don't know. The later it gets, the harder it is to form sentences. I'm going to just complete development, play knight d7, maybe someday go for e5 or c5. c5 actually walks into some nice Benoni structure where usually if you have a pawn chain and the bishop is outside of the pawn chain, the pawns work together with the bishop to control squares. And then the other bishop's happy because all the pawns are in dark squares. Is it? So the correct pronunciation of perk is actually Pirtz. The C is pronounced like a Z or something. Play queen c7. Preparing c5. Angelic Jake in the chat. Oh, I missed e4. He's over defending it now, being extra cautious. Let's play bishop b7. What is perk? Perk is d6, g6, knight f6. It's very similar to King's Indian, but it's an opening against e4. That's related to like the modern or some of these other like old Indian lines. Okay, so I've achieved c5. I've succeeded in developing my pieces. Do it for America. You can't spell America without Eric, so that's gratifying in some way. Anyway, there's tension, lots of tension, pawn tension. I'm expecting d5, where he's going to gain space. Maybe he'll consider taking. We'll see what happens. It's 15-second increment. I started the game with 10 minutes, and now I have over 11 minutes. I am Eric. Wait, what? Oh, like is like an interjection. Ninja. Ninja is a new name. Oh, it's like ninja, but like a guy ninja. So ninja, okay. Interesting. So, okay, we're trading. Now the file's open. I would love to like control the file. At some point, I would love to get a knight to d4. That would be my dream. And unleash my bishop, of course. Isn't there like another streamer by the name of Ninja who I should probably know about, but I don't think I would recognize? Is it just a normal spelling of ninja? I play rook d8 first, attack and then defend. Or knight d7 first. We'll play knight d7 first. I feel like rook d8 only helps him. And now I defend and I attack. Yeah, Ninja plays 4 knights. I don't play any other games. Unless it's drafts. I could play drafts. But I don't think there's going to be a universe where I'll end up playing 4 knights. But we'll see. Yeah, queen e2, good move. Knight e5 is one idea, but it loses his pawn. So I should probably overprotect the pawn somehow. I can also go for this and target a4. I'm a little bit conflicted here. I think I'll go for that. I don't know. I'm very conflicted, actually. I'm going to start with this and see what he does. So I posted a video on YouTube just a few days ago. It was a dross video. It was like one of the streams I did like within the last week. And like the video is a lot more successful than my chess videos. Like it got like over 5,000 views in a couple days. So I'm wondering if that means I should just start making more drafts videos and less chess videos. But then some people commented on the video that they were sad to see not chess. So not sure what to make of it. I'm happy about this trade though, because I'm gonna take the a4 pawn, and now I have a this 2-on-1 majority, so there's some plans of creating a passer. I'm also attacking this bishop, expecting the bishop to move, probably back to where it came from. Kiyomi with the Japanese. There is one point in my life I was learning Japanese for like a few weeks, back when cassettes were a thing. Had like a cassette tape, and the only thing I remember is Konnichiwa. But other than that, I would like to learn a new language though. I already know some Spanish, but something more exotic. Ninjo with the sub. Thanks, Ninjo. Appreciate the love. Can I just start pushing pawns? I would just play rook b8 and then start pushing. Like, rooks are meant to go behind pawns when you can push them. Usually rooks... Yeah, rooks are always strange in some ways. Ninja, thanks for the follow, too. Because sometimes rooks should be on open files or half open files away from pawns. But when the pawns are very strong like this, they need support. And the harmony is great for black. Like, the bishop contributes, the rooks contribute. All the focus is going to be on these squares. I will say the challenge after the game. Because again, I think, okay, pretty sure some people can figure it out, but maybe it will become clear later. Ah, yes, the classic Push 'em Baby song. Japanese is fun. Maybe what I should do, this would be genius. If I ever end up like planning a trip to Japan, which I might go to Japan soon, like it's actually very possible I'll go to Japan in the next 6 months, because I'll be in the area. I might just want to learn Japanese, and then I can get Japanese lessons from Japanese tutor and trade him for chess lessons. Assuming Japanese tutor is who he says he is and could tutor in Japanese. That would be great. A3. And for those of you who don't know, Japanese tutor is another chess streamer who does like a lot of instructional content, way more instructive than this, whatever this is. I'm pretty sure he speaks Japanese. Oh, also Kiyomi could teach me Japanese too. That's also very true. If you're offering, I have to identify if I actually want to learn Japanese. See what countries I'm going to. But I feel like I have to start learning a different language before I get too old, where it just becomes way too difficult. So I'm going to throw this into a translator. Translate these Japanese characters. Oh, so this is the symbol for go. But the game drops is a bit different than go, even though it's just played with like black and white pieces. They should still make a Lee Go site, leego.org. Probably will never happen. El Ignorante, am I happy? Are you happy with Carlson? Like, happy with him meaning... that has alternate meanings. Um, I mean, honestly, I have to. I'm actually more friendly with Fabiano than Magnus. So if I had to cheer for someone, okay, I'm gonna root for Fabiano. But I'm just happy to see that they're playing like in a world championship match. I mean, number one, number two in the world, American player. It's going to be fun to watch. And it's historic for chess. So, okay, Queen E5 is one idea. I'm really sad. Why? Oh, he traded off bishops. It's kind of sad. I'm thinking about fianchettoing my queen, which could take some work. I was about to say like this, and then this, but that would hang a queen. Or maybe queen c8. The queen's not at all useful on c7. And I think there's some serious plan of actually putting the queen on h8, which is not part of the challenge. It's just a useful square, like control the diagonal and threaten to queen someday. But we'll see. Every third move must be a capture or check. That would be really interesting. Some of these challenges, though, I would have to do against much lower rated players. Like an opponent like this, I don't think that could ever work. Did I see Magnus make a comeback in Lichess titled arena number 4? I was doing official commentary for that titled arena on behalf of Lichess. But mods reached out to me wanting me to commentate rather than play in the tournament, which I was happy to do. So it's somewhere on YouTube. It's on the Lichess YouTube channel. But yes, I watched every second of that moment. It was pretty epic, because no one knew who Clever Tactic But Fail was. So it was very dramatic at the end. Queen d2. What is he doing? Okay, queen h8 probably makes no sense. So maybe queen. Maybe I'll just put the queen on f6. And queen e6, keeping my options open, pressurizing a pawn. Queen h3 was a move, but I think that's all it is. I like being slightly more centralized. Eric bullying low-rated players. I'm trying to create entertainment. I'm sorry if it's bullying. I don't mean to be a bully, but sometimes you just have to make things more interesting. And I only discovered like this concept of accepting challenges after watching Ben Feingold's stream, because he was doing this other day, and it was entertaining for me to watch. So hopefully people are being entertained. Queen d4 check could be coming. King g8. Maybe I'll play rook d8 at some point. Not scared of two rooks versus a queen. My a pawn is so strong. It's like forever passed and defended. Okay, I have a question. Maybe I can just ask Siri. How do you say thank you in Japanese?
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Ah, that's right. Arigato. Okay. Problem is, if I were to learn Japanese, I don't think I would be able to do the accent. Arigato. Gotham Chess, on the other hand, he can do a Japanese accent. Anyway, okay, he's thinking. I will say that if he flags, like in this position, I have already succeeded in the challenge. What was the last part of that? Said something else. How do you say thank you in Japanese?
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Goshiamasu. What does that even mean? Maybe that's like formal? Okay. Rook c2. Defending a2. I think I can do this. I like my queen here. And maybe someday I'll play this and this. Angelic Jake explaining his ideas. He says, my plan is totally not gonna work. I don't even know what his plan is. I think the plan was just to stop my plan. Which isn't much of a plan. Unless his plan is to do this, and then this, and just shuffle around his pieces forever until I mate him on the h-file. He expected bishop take e4. Ah, he was planning this pin. Interesting. Yeah, I'm more inclined about controlling a1 and attacking the bishop, and doing this stuff. So we'll see what happens. He's low on time. Like, the 15-second increment is going to become more useful for him very soon. Did I say soon? I meant to say soon. M's and N's are sometimes difficult. So goshimasu is basically polite. Oh, it's like formal. Yeah. It's the same thing. I was learning some Czech when I was in Prague. And the word for thanks and thank you is, it's different. Took some getting used to. Does he want to play e5? e5 might be a threat. I think I'll play rook d8. Gozaimasu. So the U is silent. Interesting. I was not expecting to learn Japanese while playing this game. But maybe that was a challenge. Maybe the challenge of this game was to just become fluent in Japanese by the end of it. That'd be quite an epic challenge. Is Joanna still here? Joanna, I want to say something, but if you're not here, then that would be sad. GM Canty. Hello, GM Canty. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know what happened to my sunglasses. I did a stream the other day with sunglasses just in honor of GM Canty, and because the sun was like coming through the window at a very bad angle and I had to protect my eyes. But I don't know what happened to my sunglasses. I would put them on just for GM Canty, but too late. Some other time. My opponent's about to flag. Like, he's in trouble. There's a skewer. There's a pass pawn. Life is good. GM Canty is a sub. Thanks for being a sub. We in here. Okay. I'm not used to the phrase yet. The yellow is sometimes hard to read. My eyes. Maybe I need sunglasses to read that. Can I just take on d1 and play a2? And just be promoting? He's going to play e5 in the end. I queen. Oh, we trade. There's a funny line where I take and play queen b2. That could actually be reasonable. The problem is I don't know if there's a threat. Maybe I'm threatening queen take b3. I have to think a little bit here. Queen b2. I don't know. A2. Chess is difficult sometimes. B4 is attacked too. Wait, so maybe I'm just confusing myself. Yeah, I'm confusing myself. He has 23 seconds, so I can afford to take some time here. See the comment from my opponent being upset that I see B4 is attacked. I'm going to hold off from looking at the chat because I don't want to be influenced by people suggesting moves. I'm inclined just to take on D1 and then think some more. It's not the most exciting approach. There's also a line. There's actually a really interesting line, but it doesn't work. I won't even mention it. I see another interesting idea, which could potentially work. Could very potentially work. I like this idea. I'm not going to say it, because the surprise value would be very meaningful. I know my opponent is watching. Hey, Intip Joe, thanks for the 100 bits and thanks for the comment. I hope this is not too uneducational. I hope this is still educational, even though I'm doing weird challenges. But I do appreciate the love. So there's a line I'm calculating here, which is kind of holding me back. I just need my king to be on G8. Everything would be good. It's a bit frustrating. I could play king G8 immediately, but B4 is still attacked. That's the problem. Okay. I'm going to just start playing moves and make him play relatively quickly. I just want him to make a decision here. I'm hoping he'll create some opportunity for me. Queen E2. Okay. Not sure if it was the opportunity that I'm looking for, but let's see. I would like to play A2. But then he just takes the pawn. He wants to play E5 clearly. So let's play rook A5. Just improving the rook. I also would like to play bishop D7, and my rook didn't want to be on this diagonal. Okay, now let's do this. Why I couldn't play A2 because he has a battery with the queen and the rook, unless I was missing something really obvious, which is possible. But yeah, the challenge is still live, which also plays a role in some cases. Okay, E5 was kind of expected. I'm going to play queen B6 check. Oh, after the exchange on D1. Um, oh, in this position, because a2 runs into e5. Maybe I'm missing something there. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, have to focus on the present and not the past. a2 now, maybe bishop f5 now. Or bishop g4. Okay, I like bishop f5 to start. And there's some interesting tactics. Like if he plays... I'm just waiting for him to move. I'm not going to complete my sentence. He was waiting, but I was going to say, if he plays bishop e4, I had a2. But okay, rook a2. So if rook a2, the idea is to play bishop to b1. And now a2 is coming. This is great. And the pawn and the bishop will be soulmates. I will explain the challenge after this game is done. Bishop e4, I think I can just take. And queen e3. Life is so good. Manbear Panda says he assumes I can't go for a promotion because of the challenge, which is not true. If I can promote, I'll promote. And I'll demonstrate that with this queen b2 move. Let's play rook a1. And okay, maybe now I can reveal the challenge, because I think even if he knows what's up, there's no hope for white. And yeah, Kiyomi is paying attention. Someone mentioned in the chat earlier, I think too, at the very beginning of the game, which I didn't want to make my opponent aware of. But the challenge was I was not moving a piece to any of the center squares. So there were certain lines where, like, obviously I saw the e4 pawn was hanging in the opening, but I couldn't take it because I was following the challenge. And there were points throughout the game where I was trying to, I was drawing plans of like putting my pieces in the center, but that would never come true. Oh, that was Refriga who made the challenge. Interesting. Okay, so the last thing I have to worry about is this pawn. It should be an easy pawn to catch. Or I'll just promote. Wait, who wins the race? Okay, let's play defensively. Put the rook on the c file. Just have to pay attention for center squares. Yeah, kudos to Refrica for creating an interesting challenge. Good game. Wins occasionally. Did not win on this occasion. Yeah, but I mean, I could go back and show some key moments of where I wanted to move in the center but couldn't move to the center. I think this is like probably the best opening to play. Where like when you play the Pierce, especially this line with c6 and b5, you're almost never putting pieces in the center. Unless e5. I mean, e5 is one idea. And it's important like that my opponent doesn't know what's going on, otherwise he could take advantage of it. Which he kind of did unintentionally by playing knight b3, given I can't take on e4. And maybe he could take advantage by like putting pawns on e5 and d5, which would be really annoying. Or just putting like 4 pieces in the center, which I'd be able to take none of. So anyway, yeah, like around here I really wanted to play knight e5. And I was really happy about this trade. I think rook a1 is a strong move. Like rook a1 defends a pawn, and then I have to defend this pawn. I was going to play queen b6, but then white can start controlling the d file. Like white's just better, I think. I mean, white would like to get a pawn to b3 at some point, but maybe it's awkward for both of us. Because my c pawn is on constant watch, but his b pawn is on constant watch. So there's a question about a2 at some point. 30. So in this position, a2, I wanted to play. I could have overlooked something. If I play a2 right away, he plays e5. I thought e5 is like a natural move for white too, given, first of all, I want to take on e5, but I can't. If I can take on e5, then yeah, then it's just much better for black. But if I can't take on e5, I wanted to play a1 queen here, but then he can take. And then it's just trading stuff. And I essentially lose a pawn because I promote. It's weird to promote, and then after all said and done, oh, I win the e5 pawn, so I guess it's just a fair trade. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense to people. What about queen c3? I was also thinking about queen b2 at some point. This is why I wanted my king on g8, because he has these annoying checks. There's another moment too. Yeah, if queen c3 is possible. The problem is, okay, I guess I'm threatening here. I was going to say the problem is I don't have too many threats. He could play a move like rook d2, but then maybe I play a2. Maybe there's some other ways to execute. That was rated? That was rated. I gained 3 points. Wow. Okay, I guess that's my reward. I didn't know that was rated. Wow. Okay, thanks for the game. Angelic Jake. Any other subscribers? Subs? One more game. It's 1:30. Someone just commented on one of my recent YouTube videos. Didn't know you streamed. So there's still people that exist out there that don't know I stream. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm getting more and more challenges, which is slightly overwhelming, but I'm coping. This guy's been waiting forever. I'm going to play Daviator. He subbed. So another sub that I can reward. He's really fast. Like, I've played him in Ultra Bullets. He's beaten me twice? What? Okay, but this is Hyper Bullet. This is also Crazyhouse. So let me focus. Get in the zone. Okay. Some crazy house theory. I like my position already. Don't know why I played Rook G8. I was anticipating a pawn at H6. I'm going to mate him, though. Look at this. Ooh, it's about to be double checkmate, except he's going to take on G2. Okay, I'll have to somehow accomplish something. This feels so dirty. Oh, that's nice. Okay, good game, Deviator Ultra. That was rated too. I think I'm top 100 in Crazyhouse. What do I need to be top 100? Yeah, I'm top 100 in Crazyhouse. So exciting. Kiyomi H. Yeah, probably not the best thing to watch or try at home. Sorry for anyone who I like hurt your eyes or something, but anyway, that was fun. Crazyhouse is always fun. I wonder if Yasser. Sometimes I'll be on Lichess and then Yasser will be like playing Crazyhouse after midnight against Stockfish. It's fun to watch. Close your eyes, yeah. I have one more challenge. Everyone's challenging me to long time controls. I just want to play a quick game. I'm going to play King E1. I'll take one more challenge. Piss for Potzer, you can give me the last challenge. You've been giving me some good challenges lately. But let me know. I'm waiting. Anyone's free to give me a challenge. Or just a mission for this game. It can be an opening, it could be something crazy. What's his rating? Whoa! He's really good at bullets. What? Is he just undefeated? 65 games? So he's played a lot of casual bullets. So how did he get a rating of 60 or of 2600? Play f6, king f7. I'm not going to do that against someone who's 2600 in bullets. Okay. I'll stop preparing against him and I'll just play. Let's play. Oh, he aborted the game. Too late. Yeah. Because I'm curious, like, when it's a provisional 2600 rating, it could be like Magnus. Or it could just be, I don't know, if they won the first few games. Okay. Well, I'm tired. I'm really tired. I feel bad ending it, but I think that was a good stream. I had some energy. I had played Blitz earlier today. It was a long day. And now it's already tomorrow. It's 1:30 a.m. For those of you who didn't watch anything or don't know what's happening in the chess world, Fabiano played Magnus today in their last classical game, probably last game before the World Championship. So it's an eventful event to follow, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm really tired. I'm looking for someone to raid, if any person exists. I'm looking for people who are streaming, but everyone's hosting me. It's so flattering. Search for chess. Okay, I might raid someone if I can find someone. but I'm going to end it here. So I'll see you guys in the future. Bye.